Now we have to continue with the trial balance preparations and the errors that may arise in the process of the preparation of accounts, and this is mentioned in the third chapter as trial balance and errors. Trial balance and errors. When we deal with the errors that may take place in the accounting process, there may be mainly four types of errors. They are error of principle, error of principle. Next one, error of omission. Another one, error of commission. Then the last one, compensating error. So these are the four types of errors that may arise in the course of accounting preparation. Error of principle, error of omission, error of commission, and compensating error. At first we deal with the error of principle. Accountancy should be prepared in accordance with some principles. There are some principles regarding the accounting. If we recorded any transaction against the principle of accounting, then it is called error of principle. So error of principle means recording the transaction as against that of accounting principle. Consider an example. A transaction purchased furniture for cash 2000. So here is a transaction, purchased furniture for cash. What are the aspects of accounting here? Since it is stated here as furniture, since this is here in the transaction, the statement is regarding the furniture. So furniture should be one aspect and cash is the other aspect. So we should write furniture debtor to cash. But it was purchased, and if the accountant written this as purchases debtor to cash, instead of writing down it as furniture debtor to cash, then it is called a error of principle. Then what is the principle? Anything purchased by the business organization with the objective of resale, selling is the main motive, and making profit out of that is the main motive behind the purchases, then that purchased things should be treated as goods and recorded at purchases account. So anything purchased by the business organization with the objective of selling them and making profit, the things that we purchased should be noted as purchases account. Actually it represents the goods that we purchase. They are called goods. The things that we purchase for the purpose of sale is always called goods. But the same thing is purchased for the use in the business, not for the purpose of resale, but for use in the business. That should be known in the name of that item. Consider the example here. If furniture is purchased in large quantity for the purpose of sale, and making profit out of that transaction. In such a case, we never call it as furniture, we call it as goods. We never say purchase the furniture, we say purchase the goods for cash. So, the real thing is the motive behind the transaction. If the motive behind the transaction is resale, then the things that we purchased should be known as goods. Actually, the name of that thing that we purchased was furniture, but we never call it as furniture because our motive is resale. Even though furniture is purchased, we never call the items as furniture just because of the reason that it is meant for resale. So, we consider this transaction as purchased goods, not as furniture. Actually, really we purchased the furniture, but we consider that as goods, purchased goods for cash. If it is purchased goods, that means for the resale purpose, then we have to consider that as purchases account. We should debit purchases account and the cash is to be credited. And if the motive behind the transaction is, that means the purchase of that thing is not for the purpose of sale, but for the use in the business. The furniture was purchased not for sale and to make profit out of that, but to use that furniture to facilitate the business. In order to facilitate the business, there we should purchase some kind of assets, furniture, machines, etc. So, here we purchased the item called furniture, not for sale, but for use in the business. If the motive is not the sales, reselling the product, then the item should know in its name, that means furniture. The item that we purchased was furniture. So, we should write it as furniture, not as purchase. Furniture account debtor and is the credit item, and the credit item will be cash. So, this kind of error, the furniture or asset purchased for the use in the business is written as purchases, or the goods purchased for resale is written in its name, then in both these cases we can say that it is the error of principle. This kind of error of principle, if found out, can be rectified by preparing a rectification entry, a rectification journal. The rectification journal here is, suppose here furniture was purchased, so the actual entry should be furniture debted to cash, but the accountant mistakenly recorded it as purchases account debted to cash. In such cases, what is the actual item to be recorded? Actual item to be debited, furniture. It should be debited as furniture. Furniture account debtor. Was the item wrongly debited? It is purchases. In order to cancel the wrong debit, it is required to be credited. So, to purchases. So, the rectification entry here is furniture account debtor to purchase. We can easily rectify the wrong entry, the error of principle here, by passing a rectification entry, furniture account debtor to purchases. So, this is the case of error of principle. So, an error of principle means wrongly considering the debit or credit item, and if it was done by the accountant, we can correct such a wrong entry by passing a separate rectification entry, and the rectification entry will be prepared by this way. An item which was actually to be debited should be debited, and which was wrongly debited should be credited. Similarly, if the wrong entry is in connection with the credit item, then it can be the wrong credit should be debited to cancel that, and the real credit item should be credited. In this way, it will be possible to rectify the error of principle. So, this is concerned with the error of principle. and in case of any doubts arise in connection with this topic, contact through email. Thank you.